always praises his staff on the television everywhere, in the paper. You know, I praise us. He said this NNPC is the best staff. Of course, very solidly staffed. As if that's your problem, call a meeting tomorrow. Tell your staff that they are the bestest. If Minister of Petroleum said staff in NNPC are the best, go and call a meeting, tell them they are the bestest. We have very good staff. What have they done? I'll give you a good example how they have dissipated staff. I take a reference point, Obaseki, a good man. But when Obaseki was made group general manager of NNPC, he superseded at least three people who are senior. Uzugwe, Dena, Ogedengbe. I left them long ago. I have it here because. And when I asked them, why do you do this? You know what I said? GMD of NNPC was zoned to Edo State. I said, this is great madness. Let us take usage. We have been professors since 1974. Let us say that you zone head of surgery to River State, and the highest staff there is lecturer 1. Will you make him HOD? Professionals, they killed them. And what happened? All of them were retired. The good ones were retired for political purpose. Why was Aretadams fired? Because Lukman brought into LNG management people that don't know about LNG. I said, no, these are not experts. So LNG, but if we can do it again, I have faith we can do it. But most of them, but there are still good ones there. There are still very good ones in NPC.
It's good to say and know that you have faith in all of this process, and we still can do all of that.
Yes.
So it's not doom at the end of the day.
If I have no faith, I will not be with you here today. If I have no faith, I say fatality. I throw my hands up, finish.
Labour is meeting with government. We understand, published here and there. What kind of questions or what should we be doing now to address all of these problems that we're faced with?
First and foremost, Labour should put their feet down. Government will reason. If they sell out, they will answer for today and history. Government should also be honest with the people. Honest with the people. Because you are a trustee of the people. They are not transparent. They should not lie. Lies destroy a nation, even the people. Truth elevates the people. When government decides, look, government should share this. The devil may care. I want it, if you like it or not. The democratic system. For our president to say, no going back. Are you a dictator? Are you Hitler? Even if people don't want it, government should hold a plebiscite. Because the people have been affected.
I'm sure that's what they're trying to do when they say they want to meet with Labour. They just want to...
Labour is not plebiscite. They want to meet with Labour to bribe them.
Yeah, you think the Labour can be bribed?
It has happened before. I'm writing an article. Fuel subsidy, the lies, the politics, the fraud, the insensitivity.
Professor Tam West, that's an indictment on the leadership of Labour.
Yes, that's why they should put that. Why did they say no minimum wage, no election? There is election, no minimum wage. That's it debating. Is that not sell out? If you remove fuel subsidy, even if you pay Labour, every state pay Labour 18,000 a month. Take home will be less than 8,000. Transport will increase. Food will increase, everything will increase.
You know, they've also cited the example of neighboring countries. I mean, just a trip to Ghana will tell you that petrol sells for about 16 cedis per litre. That's
Beautiful.
about 165 naira per litre. And the cost of living is just possibly slightly higher.
Look, all these arguments are specious. Why? You must have heard that during Buhari's time, a great columnist missed the point. He said we are comparing petroleum price to Coca-Cola, to Ragoli. He didn't get the point. Mrs. Pisanya, who is now a senator, she's still there. One of the best energy correspondents I've met. What we did was this. In the military government, we had increased petrol from 10 kobo to 15 kobo. We spent over 1 month to plead with the people to understand. So the thing was that I found out, my people said, petrol costs here, I said, no. We reduced to a common man. We found out that 1 liter of petrol costs less in production, costs less than Coke or Agolis, and the people supported us. So all this question of talk about the life there, Ghana, well, I'm not ashamed. Ghana must go back. Now we are talking about Ghana as an example. Ghana University to come and take chemicals from us here. That discipline there, that's order there.
So now, I want.
Oh, unless I'm sorry. They said if petrol is selling higher. During Buhari's time, we closed the border. You cannot pull petrol station 70 kilometers to the border. All these are all what I say deja vu.
I really want us to leave this for a moment because we really don't have time. Before we go, it's not really easy to get to you in the studio. The fight against corruption. What's your take on that? I'm quite sure you should be impressed that we're getting to see some heavyweights come before judges to answer to the people.
Tip of the iceberg. You know what Sheikh Musa said? He said in Nigeria it's not that officials are corrupt, but corruption is official. That's Sheikh Musa, one of the greatest people we have. In Nigeria, it's not that officials are corrupt, but that corruption is official. What they are doing now, great, was cosmetics. Tip of the iceberg. Our fight against corruption begins and ends with newspaper scandal. Later they settle out of court. None of the big people have been imprisoned. I went to jail for wristwatch and coffee. Live jail.
Yeah, remember that. Tell us about that. That you took from a contractor. You keyed that in. That you took a wristwatch and something from a contractor.
BBC. I have to cut. I don't want to waste our time. We are the most corrupt. Not. You cannot do anything. Corruption. Doing Buhari's time, I go back. I added Article 13A in NNPC contracts. That if a contractor is found to give bribe, the contract will be cancelled. And they sign. I'm a Nigerian, a fisherman. If the head of fish is corrupt, if the head of the fish is rotten, the whole body is rotten. When our mothers go to buy fish, they open the gills. If it's red, they buy it. If it's grey, they will not buy it. It's rotten. Corruption is from top to bottom. And only uncorrupt person, disciplined person can fight corruption.
But sorry, do you know if the article still exists in NNPC? The article you introduced.
13A.
Does it still exist?
I don't know.
You know, it's
even bunkering was punishable by death.
It's very important.
I'm sorry, we run away the time because you tell us the wristwatch. Why the wristwatch?
Everything was liberalized.
You took wristwatch.
Yes.
Even when you put that Article 13A, you took wristwatch from a contractor.
That's why I thank God that happened to my life. Anything happens to you, God. If you believe in God, I believe in God. My name Tam is Tamone Media as God. I believe in God. God has a purpose for everything. I'm happy I was jailed. I'm happy I spent 6 days at Awolowo SS detention, 10 days at Kirikiri Maximum Prison, 9 months in Bama Prison. Thank God I did. A petroleum minister, and let me tell you, there's no petroleum minister that has the power that I had. Or Minister of Petroleum, Chairman of the NPC Board of Directors, Chief Executive. Even Bore was got first day.
Do you have a petrol station now?
Wait a minute. So they investigated me after 5 years. They didn't see million. They didn't see any million. I didn't have. So what did they do? They said economic sabotage. That I wrote away $57 million from a company that bought petrol. Petrol is a lie. To get long story short, they rigged my role and finally they said they also found out that I had dinner and I had coffee and they gave me wristwatch. Is there any resource that will cost 57 million in the world? No. And the company they're talking about has nothing. Resource was given to me, to my wife. In fact, SS told it when the agents told it when they raided my house. It's a lie. Thank God. Why were they doing that to me? I told the only of Ife, my sin is because I refuse to sin. Not I'm right, not I'm perfect. No, I'm not corrupt. So they didn't say anything and they tagged me, jailed me for life. Finally, I won the appeal. And Chief Justice Downsy Coker said no iota of corruption in David West. Editorials. So I thank God I went through that baptism of fire. There was no corruption in my time. Look, Nigeria can fight corruption. Why? Because the average Nigerian does not like corruption. Unlike other countries, where, like Latin America, where corruption is their blood, it's a religion. Nigerians don't like corruption. So if you have a leader that can't corrupt you, it's corruption.
All right, Prof. In closing now, does that mean that if there were to be a no-holds-barred national debate about this fuel subsidy, will it help in any way?
Yes.
To reduce anything?
Yes. It will, in the way it will help, it will force government to renege. It will force government to be more responsible. It will force government to fix the refineries. If they don't fix it, build more refineries.
And we can build it?
Of course, yes.
Without removing fuel subsidy. Without removing the... You refuse to... without stopping
the money you are using to import fuel